And here it is, the Imperial Army for 2023. So first up we have the Emperor, of course. Then next to him we have Darth Vader. This is the new one from the TIE Bomber from 2023. Then behind them we've got the two red Royal Imperial Guards, looking as menacing as always. Next to them we've got the Grand Inquisitor. Then next to him we've got Reva, or the third sister. Then the fifth brother. Then next to them we've got Iden Versio and the other three members of Inferno Squad. And then if we move over to this, I'll start with named Imperial officers. We've got Grand Moff Tarkin, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Krennic, Admiral Sloane, Agent Callus, and then finally General Veers from Empire Strikes Back. Now, if we move on to troops, we've got all the Stormtroopers. So first up, we have these guys, which are from Rogue One. Got 8 of these guys from Rogue One. And then behind them, we've got 6 of the classic early 2000s Stormtrooper. I still love that design, honestly. A lot of nostalgia for that one. Oh, there it is again. Yep. Have a look front back. Yep. Then next to them, we've got the new dual molded helmet ones that they've been doing since like 2018, I think now, maybe even 2017. Then behind them, we've got 4 of the Rebels design Stormtrooper. Not as good as the other ones, I have to be honest, but eh. Then we've got 12 of the Imperial Patrol Bite Troopers from the 2018 Battle Pack. It's kind of a useless figure though. Like, it's only really in one scene in one film of Solo, so I mean they look cool, but they're just a bit useless, unfortunately. Me as a mock creator. Then next time we've got these specialist Stormtroopers. We've got the Sand Troopers first of all. Got 3 of them. Then we've got the battle damaged Stormtrooper from the Battlefront Battle Pack, which I think is like 2016, 2017, maybe earlier than that. Then we've got the Mortar Trooper, the Shock Trooper, and then because I thought why not the Chrome Stormtrooper, which is obviously that little giveaway purchase thing that they did back in the day for Toys R Us, I think. So I felt like I had to because it's just it's Stormtrooper. Thought why not throw it in there. Then we've got the 2 of the Minban Troopers with their capes on the back. They look great. I'm so glad I've got a couple of them. They just look so cool. And it comes from a great set as well. I love that. Oh, then we've got the Shadow Troopers. Got the old one and the new one. Obviously, there's no comparison. The new one looks way better. Then we've got 5 of the Shore Troopers, starting off with 2 from the Polybag, 2 from the Bunker sets. Obviously, one's the Waist Cape, and then obviously the one on the back is from the TIE Striker. Then got the new Dart Troopers from the new Dart Trooper Attack set. Great minifigures. I've been wanting to get these guys for a while. As soon as they announced the set, I was like, I have to get this. I'm so glad I finally got it like over a year later. But anyway, looks great. Then next to them we've got 6 of the Death Troopers, 2 at the front with the Pauldrons from Krennic Shuttle, and then 4 behind from the Battle Pack from 2016. Then if we move over onto the other side, we start off with officers. We've got 6 Imperial officers, plus we've got one of the old ones from the 2012 TIE Fighter. Doesn't look quite good. I think it's the hat makes a difference now, but hey, that's inevitable. Then we've got the Imperial officer from the Hoth Battle Pack as well from 2009, I think, 2008. I might be wrong. Someone correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong. I think I probably am. Then we've got the Snow Troopers. We've got a bit of a mixed one because we've got some of the new ones with the Battle Pack. There they go, with them. Some they've obviously got the new ones without, and then you've got the classic dual mod one from the early 2000s as well. So I still think it's great, but obviously subjectively the new one's better. Then we've got the Scout Trooper, got the new one. Wish I had more of them because they just look so great. And then we've got 3 of the old dual mod ones. Then we've got 3 gunners, and then the one kind of crew guy from Rogue One. I don't really know what they're actually called. And this pilot as well. Got that crew pilot guy. Oh no, crew. Sorry, yeah, not pilot. Then next, we do actually have the pilots. Got all the TIE pilots. We've got 9 of them. Got from very different TIE models and fighters and whatever. Then we've got the guy with the cap behind. Oh no, sorry. One's from Rebels. They've got 2 of those from Rebels. I'll mention that. Then next to that, we've got the guy with the cap, the Imperial pilots from the landing craft shuttle. Then we've got 8 of these Imperial crews, that's Death Star crew. I'm not sure what they're actually called again, but yeah, obviously got a couple of the tunics, and then the other ones are from the battle pack with like the armored look. Yeah, I think that's what I'll say about this. And then we go on to pilots and drivers. We've got 2 from the hover tank. I still love that design, still love that tank. Then we've got the AT-AT drivers, AT-ST driver, the bike trooper / speeder trooper from Rebels, and then the 2 drivers from the ATDP behind them. And I think that's a really underrated set as well. The ATDP, just a really great set. Oh, and last of all, we've still got the droids. We've got one of the Imperial Protocol droids, the 2012 RC unit, and then we've got the Rebels one, and then finally the Gunk droid from the new 2023 TIE Fighter. And before we move on, I thought you'd give guys a little quick overview of the whole army, so you can see everything as a whole. I mean, it does look very impressive, but I've got to remember this is 14 years of collecting Lego Star Wars now, so obviously, yeah. But God, does it look good when you see just everything laid out as an army? There's just something about it that just always just looks so cool and so satisfying to me. And I think that just about wraps it up for troopers. Starting off, we have 6 of these patrol bikes from the Patrol Bike Battle Pack. Next, then we've got 2 of the Endor speed bikes. I do have 4, but 2 of them are currently on my Endor build. Then we've got this white one from the 8080 from 2020, I think, for the 40th anniversary of Empire. Then we've got the little transport from Rebels. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Then we've got a much larger kind of version of that, or a similar ship to that from obviously the Mandalorian. Great looking ship. I think this is such a fantastic model. Lego really outside the park on that one. Then we've got the Imperial hover tank. I still regret not buying a second one of these. I think it's such a great looking ship. It always just looks great. Really can't go wrong with it, to be honest, in my eyes. Then next to that we've got the Gazanti cruiser. Obviously from this one's from Rebels, but obviously it's more recently appeared in the Mandalorian. Which is great to see. And it's got the carrier hand as well, so obviously it makes it much easier to lift around. And obviously it's got the TIE fighters underneath, which you can launch out. And I always thought that was such a cool little feature to add to it, and obviously accurate to the ship. Then next to that we've got the Imperial Inquisitor's Scythe that came out last summer. Great looking ship, best set in the wave, I think, as well. And it just looks great as part of the Imperial Army now as well. There's just no denying like the angles of it, and and the inside. I ripped the carpet off. Sorry, quick put that back on. Oops. Then behind that we have the Imperial Landing Craft. It's a great ship, and then one of my personal favorites, the Imperial Short Hyderium. I think might on to be my favorite set I own. I just love this thing to death. It's just such a good model. And now move on to the walkers. Obviously, got to start with it. The 8080. This thing just looks incredible. I don't own an 8080 for a long time, so I'm so happy to finally have one for my collection and for my Imperial Army. Just it looks great, really, doesn't it? There's no other way of saying it. It looks fantastic. Obviously you can open up the side panel to reveal where the troops can sit, and obviously you can do the same with the cockpit to fit in the pilots and General Veers. It's a great model, really, isn't it? Obviously I think they did a really good job with the legs. The legs were always a bit of a weak point, I think, with how they looked, but yeah. Then we've got the Battle of Endor ATST. I think this is a really underrated version of the ATST. I really like this version, and obviously if you look at it in comparison to the newer 2016 version of the ship of the Walker, like you can just see the size difference. It looks crazy. But I always really liked that original design there. I think it looked really sleek and really good for the time as well. And then obviously here's a comparison next to the ATDP again for size comparison, and it just it looks like it's been dwarfed by that thing again. And also, like I said earlier, but the ATDP I think massively underrated model, such a good set, and I think it doesn't get enough praise for being as good as it is, to be honest, in terms of Lego Star Wars sets. Then we move on to TIE Fighters, starting with the TIE Striker. Still one of my favourite designs for the TIE. I think this is just so great with the angles for it. It's really stands out straight away from other TIE Fighters, I think, and it's one of my favourite models I think I also own. Then we've got Vader's TIE Advance from Rebels from 2016. Great model as well. Like it just looks really sleek and really good, and you can't go wrong with it. Then we've got the new 2023 TIE Bomber. So glad to finally have one of these. It's been 20 years since Lego's made one, and this one looks great. So glad to finally have one in my collection. Then we've got the normal TIE Fighter's got 2 of the 2021 TIE Fighters. I really like this design. I think that the size is quite nice. Then we've got the 2012 TIE Fighter. Classic, really, isn't it now? And then the 2018 TIE Fighters. I've got two of them. I think still the best, like, cockpit and, like, design, especially that section, that middle section. It looks so good. It's the most detailed one we've ever got, and it really stands out. Then I think last of all we've got Krennic Shuttle, a great set as well. Like there's so many great sets, but I think some of the Rogue One sets were just real standout ones, and I think this is one of them. Still looks great, has great minifigures, builds great. It looks as good as a display model and for using in builds and mocks, and I think it's just all around a really great model, to be honest. And I think, apart from zooming out quickly to show you guys the full extent of the army, yeah, that is probably about it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys for the next video, which will probably be Endor in a couple of weeks. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.